What's going on, guys? Brusport Productions here, and today's video is going to be a special video for you guys because today's video is going to be in depth into one of the greatest mysteries of Mortal Kombat X currently, and I'm sure we'll get an answer for this before the game comes out, but I just want to do this video so you guys can see my opinions and my take on all this. And so in today's video, or today's topic, is going to be about the identity of SubZero in Mortal Kombat X. Now you guys are probably already saying right now, Brusk, this topic is outdated as well. Two things, guys. Tons of people are still debating whether this SubZero is BiHan or Kuai Liang. So I don't know why you guys aren't telling those other people to shut up about it, because you know there's still like thousands of people out there who are still debating over it. People are still on my BiHan video, or you know, my SubZero identity video, my first one, and still commenting on that one, saying, you know, I think it's BiHan, Kuai Liang. Why aren't you telling those people to shut up? Just deal with it, guys. It's just life. Everybody's gonna still, like, you know, talk about it until we get an official answer. And second of all, I didn't even get a chance to talk about the Quan Chi versus SubZero dialogue. It's something that I got. So anyways, yeah, here's my chance to talk about it. So that's why I'm making this video. And it's like one of the most highly requested videos out there. Some people are still telling me to do it. But anyways, I'll stop talking so we can get straight into the video. Now, in my previous SubZero identity video, I said that there is no possible way it could be Kuai Liang. But now, I really don't know how I feel about that. In fact, I think it could be any of the brothers. Now, a lot of people are saying that this is a brand new SubZero due to the fact that Ed Boon keeps saying he's part of this Lin Kuei, that there is many SubZeros, that they can kill him off many times and stuff, and there'll still be another SubZero. Well, I'm here to tell you guys it's probably not going to be a new SubZero. There's a lot of proven facts to debunk what Ed is saying, and yes, I will give you a couple of facts. One, Ed is known to be a major troll. I mean, like, he is like the most trolliest person I've ever, I don't even know if that's a word, but he's like a really big troll, and he's probably just saying this to cover it up and for people to be surprised when we find out. Two, all Lin Kuei members were turned into cyborgs. In Mortal Kombat 9, the only ones that refused to turn into cyborgs were Smoke and Kuai Liang. Eventually, Kuai Liang was turned into a cyborg, thus leaving Smoke to be the only human, and then we all know Smoke eventually dies by Sindel along with Kuai Liang. And three, Scorpion calls SubZero a murderer, and we all know that Scorpion blames BiHan for the death of his own family and clan. Now, some of you guys are probably saying, Scorpion can't tell the difference, he's too stupid to tell the difference between the two brothers. Yes, he can tell the difference between the two brothers. In MK9, in SubZero's chapter, if you guys don't remember, when you fight Scorpion, Scorpion's immediate response when he saw Kuai Liang was,
"And you shall." What is this? You are not SubZero.
So there to prove to you guys that Scorpion does know the difference between Kuai Liang and BiHan. So speaking of BiHan, let's talk about him on the reasons why he could be our current SubZero. Okay, so we all know that the reason why everyone thinks this is BiHan is because some people, or someone, I'm sorry, reported that the dialogue between Quan Chi and SubZero was indeed BiHan, with Quan Chi saying, "I have your brother's soul." And then SubZero responding to Quan Chi saying, "Unlucky for you, I was able to thaw out." Now, to me, when I first heard about this, I automatically thought it was BiHan, because Quan Chi has Kuai Liang's soul. Quan Chi doesn't have Noob Saibot's soul. So I believe this, but again, this is not proven 100% because there's no audio file or anything that I could find online. If there is, then let me know, but I haven't found anything, but I'm pretty sure there's not. But until I came along when I went to the PlayStation experience and I got the audio file. Now, I know like 80% of the MK community has heard this dialogue clip, or this, you know, sound file, but I'm going to play it for you guys 3 times if you guys haven't heard it already.
Your brother succumbed easily. I am not my brother. Your brother succumbed easily. I am not my brother. Your brother succumbed easily. I am not my brother.
Now, this made tons and tons of people to believe that this is BiHan or Kuai Liang. A lot of people are saying that Quan Chi is saying in the audio file, "Your brother succumbed easily." Now, I'm here to say it really sounds nothing like that. It really sounds a lot like your brother succumbed to his fate. And people are saying, well, BiHan did succumb to Quan Chi, which is true, but not to his fate. BiHan just succumbed to be on Quan Chi's side, like, you know, his right-hand man and stuff like that. Kuai Liang, however, did end up being a cyborg and succumbing to his fate by his soul being in the possession of Quan Chi, succumbing to him. Now, a lot of people are speculating if it is BiHan, how in the world is he back as SubZero again? Now, there are many theories towards this, one of which is being that when Noob was kicked into the Soul Needle by Nightwolf, that with all those souls, his souls were split into two, or his soul was split into two, and one being the regular SubZero, or, you know, the regular BiHan, and one being Noob Saibot. Now, another theory is that while he was kicked into the Soul Needle, his soul, appearance, and powers were cleansed due to the fact that the whole Soul Needle turned blackish purple, you know, Noob Saibot's color. And take for example, it's like if your whole body was covered in mud and you jumped into a pool, like, you know, a clean water pool and stuff like that, and the outcome would be that you are no longer covered in mud and the pool's color is brown, or whatever the mud's color is. Same case here. Noob Saibot was kicked into the Soul Needle and he was cleansed, and the Soul Needle takes everything to cleanse him to be SubZero again. Now, an interesting thing is that this SubZero has white eyes, which means non-human. But we all know that SubZero is human, so it's rather undead, just like how Noob Saibot's eyes were. Now back to the dialogue between Quan Chi and SubZero. When SubZero says, "I am not my brother," it could be BiHan saying that he's not foolish like his brother to take the name as SubZero, because he states in MK9 he believes that Kuai Liang is not worthy of the name SubZero.
You are not worthy of the name SubZero.
BiHan also says something similar like "I am not my brother" in MK9, where he tells Kuai Liang, "We share blood, but we are not brothers."
We share blood. We are not brothers.
So yep, there is my whole take on the dialogue that I got between Quan Chi and SubZero. So one last thing I'm going to say about how BiHan could be this SubZero in MKX is that his voice and appearance in the game seems rather sinister, just like how BiHan is. Also, just a little thing to add on, that his voice actor is back for MKX, and when he was asked about returning as Noob Saibot, he states he wasn't allowed to say that yet, or he couldn't say anything, which is rather interesting. But yeah, those are my reasons on why SubZero could possibly be BiHan. Now on to my thoughts on why it can also be Kuai Liang. Now again, in my previous SubZero identity video, I said that there is no way it could be Kuai Liang, and again, I don't know how I feel about that now. Now, if it is Kuai Liang, then how in the world is he back as a normal human? Because obviously he turned into a cyborg in MK9 and then died. Well, there's always that theory that it could end up the same way it was with Cyrax's ending in Mortal Kombat Gold, where Sonya and Jax turned Cyrax back into a human. And with Sonya and Jax recently being leaked, it is very possible, especially when their chances are already high in the game, so it is very possible that it can end up that way. Also in the comics, in issue number 1, SubZero looks a lot like Kuai Liang, with the stuff he wears and with the scar on his face, just like Kuai Liang. However, he does not appear to have the scar in the game. Now, NetherRealm did state that the costumes we see in gameplay as of now, that some of them are the alternate skins, and after that stream, Ed Boon then tweets a picture of Ermac's first fatality, and Ermac appears to be doing it on SubZero. But SubZero appears to be different, and it appears to be the costume from the one in the comics. So maybe SubZero is the one with the alternate skin on. But back to the whole scar deal, is that again, he doesn't have the scar in the game, nor does he have it in the comics. In Raiden's vision, you can briefly see that he doesn't have the scar, and he is also wearing the costume as we see in the game. So yeah, there is my whole take on Kuai Liang possibly being SubZero. I mean, like, I think it is possible. Now, in my honest opinion, I believe it is BiHan, but I also think it's going to be Kuai Liang as well. But like, I think it could be either one of them in the game. Like, I don't think it's a brand new SubZero, but who knows, I could be wrong. It could end up being a brand new SubZero after all. But in my opinion, I highly doubt it. But anyways, what are your thoughts on all this? If you guys agree with me, then let me know down in the comment section below. And same goes with your theories. If you guys have other theories you would like to share, then go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. If you guys would like to keep up to date with me, then go ahead and follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and like my brand new Facebook page. Or, it's not really brand new, but it's been out for a while, but still, yeah, like my Facebook page. But anyways, two things I have to say before I go is that there is a voting poll on some gaming website for your favorite Mortal Kombat X YouTuber, and if I am your favorite Mortal Kombat X YouTuber, then feel free to vote for me. I don't win anything out of this, but it's just something for fun. I can care less about it, even if there is something to win for. But yeah, if you guys would like to be nice enough just to do it for fun, then go ahead and check the link out in the description below. So, and the second thing I would like to say is that the Tremor petition has gotten really far, and I heard somewhere that Sean Hemrick said that if it reaches a certain amount of votes, then they will strongly consider Tremor to be a playable character in Mortal Kombat X. So if you guys would like Tremor to be a playable character in Mortal Kombat X, then make sure to sign that petition like as much as you can with your friends, your family, like anything. The link for that petition will be in the description below, so be sure to check that out and sign that petition. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. My name is Noob Saibot Productions, and I'm out for now.